So hello, welcome to another episode of Scenes for Us, and today I'm at the Wheels on Wednesday meet down at the Morgan Visitor Centre near Malvern. So it's supposed to be quite rude for me not to start looking at Morgan, as we are at the Morgan factory in the Morgan Visitor Centre. I couldn't help but admire some of the cars that were in the showroom. The showroom itself is absolutely stunning. I love the sort of body panels and parts that they have there around the showroom. They also have little colour swatches. Sort of leather swatches as well to pick out and to make the car your very own. Now the Morgan Visitor Centre itself again was a great place. They've got a great selection of cars and displays, some of which I've never seen before, so I was able to stop and have a read about them. I learned something new. Also had a great selection of memorabilia around as well. So let's pop outside and let's see what cars are on display that caught my eye. So in case you're wondering what car I attended, my vehicle of choice was my R170 SLK. Fantastic evening, actually one of the best evenings we've had for a while. It's been quite cold and chilly here in the UK, and it was fantastic to get the roof down and just go out for a nice drive. Now from one R170 to another one, and this is a facelift, so it's a 32 AMG, so it's got a V6 compressor into a V6 supercharged engine, slightly different bucket racing seats, and these are actually quite rare. These were one of the first actual official AMG Mercedes that came out. So let's move on a generation, and here we're looking at an R171, and this is a 280, so the smallest of the V6 that you could get. Very nice spec car with air scarf and just overall a lovely colour combination. Now onto familiar territory myself, because I own an R107, and I couldn't help but notice it's quite late 300 SL in signal red, again with a lovely beige interior, and this one was absolutely immaculate. Although I would have given them more bonus points that actually drove in the roof down. So final Mercedes of the night was this SLK230, so a 4.3 litre V8, so under the bonnet of this one, which you wouldn't always expect from these cars. Again, lovely classy colour combination, very dark blue with a light grey interior, and overall just a very tidy car. Now for something a tiny bit more modern, and this is actually one of the first M2, the new versions that I've actually seen out on the road, and I have to admit this sort of way pale blue colour really suited it with the black accents. So let's go to that other well-known Stuttgart brand, and obviously we're talking about Porsche, and this was a lovely 911. This particular one was one of two which are very similar. I'll show you the other one in a minute. This particular one had this very striking purple colour. I'm not too sure what particular model it was, but it just really caught my eye. So the other one was this very striking Guards red example. This particular one was a Carrera 4S, and as you can see on the inside, a little bit more of a race prepared car with the roll cage, the scaffold in the back there, and also the bucket racing seats. So while we're on the topic of Porsche, here is a Beetle. Now obviously only joking of course, but I don't think this Beetle actually has left the factory this way. I think there's been a little bit of a crop top, and obviously they've taken the wings off as well, and look at that exhaust. So now onto something French, and as you can see got an Alpine now. This particular Alpine is finished in probably the best colour I always think, in my personal opinion. It's very bright blue, and this is one of the few French cars I actually would like to own. And of course, what car show would be complete without a Mini? This particular one in the red and black scheme is absolutely lovely. I love seeing a classic Mini, particularly when they're all done to this standard as well. Now I'm going to let you into a little secret. I have a soft spot for Rovers of this era, even if I don't understand why. But I do wish they were all in a lovely condition as this Rover 200 Coupe. So now on to an example of a car I've seen at a few different shows. Now this is the Honda Beat, very quirky, very different, and look at that interior. One of my favourite cars of the show, this one. Now following on my socials, you will know that I do quite like a Mustang, particularly when they all look as good as this. Now you might look at this and think it's a Ferrari or maybe a Maserati or a Lamborghini, but actually be wrong. This is a Pantera, and this was America's answer to a 70s supercar. So thank you very much for joining me just for a little walk around the Morgan Museum and the Morgan Visitor Centre here. There's a small section of cars that I see, a little bit of something for everyone hopefully. Definitely a great evening, I really enjoyed it. So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.